Multiply this scene by thousands, and you have a daily picture of young Mr. and Mrs. America on their way home after Mother's exciting days at the hospital. The one thought of this typical pair is, what do we do next? Here is the start of a whole, wonderful new life for a new person, a 7.5-pound baby boy. And it should be one of the happiest and most important times in the lives of parents. If it's their first baby, it means the establishment of a family, the beginning of a new generation. These new parents, like you perhaps, are worrying a bit about the care of their baby. Well, that's natural. But remember, these same problems have been met successfully by millions of young people who learned a few basic things that we're going to tell you. How to make baby comfortable, how to bathe him, how to make his formula, how to feed him, and how to keep him happy and enjoy him. There's no need to worry if you remember the things you learned in the hospital and follow the instructions your doctor gives you. Your own good common sense will help too. Nature has been building this little body for 9 months. Babies are generally strong little fellows. Just watch those legs and arms. And listen to that cry. You'll soon learn to understand the meaning of each cry. This is baby's only way of expressing his wants and needs. Turning him now and then will help keep him comfortable. This is one of the things he can't do for himself. Use every opportunity to make the baby feel safe and happy. Give him a smile. Talk gently to him every time you handle him. He can't understand your words, but he'll soon understand how much he's loved. Baby should sleep without a pillow, and the mattress should be firm. This helps keep his body straight. Make sure the room is comfortable for sleeping. Enough fresh air, but no drafts directly on the crib. Baby will probably sleep a lot during the first few weeks. However, different babies vary considerably in sleeping habits. There's no need to worry unless you notice a sudden, definite change, such as extreme drowsiness or failure to sleep at night. Then consult your doctor. Seeing to baby's needs will keep you busy, but it doesn't need to be a frantic experience. Do a little planning so that you get the amount of rest you need at this time. The baby's bath is an example. A daily bath helps to protect his skin and keep him comfortable, just as it does for us. The bath should normally be given about the same time each day. But the world isn't going to end if you change the time, or if you just sponge him once in a while, or you can even skip a day now and then, in case you don't feel well or are just too busy. Baby will enjoy his bath more if you relax and enjoy it too. There are various satisfactory ways of bathing baby. Miss Adams is typical of the many hospital nurses who have helped mothers give their babies a good start.
First, keeping all your bath supplies together in a convenient place will save a lot of tiresome steps. An apron made of bath towels is practical for bathing baby. It can be washed easily with your regular laundry. Have all bath items handy before you bring the baby to the tub or bassinet, whichever you use. The room should be warm and comfortable. No drafts on baby. And the water is right for baby when it is just pleasantly warm to your elbow. Your skin is more sensitive there, so you can judge better how the water will feel to baby. The bath can be fun for both the baby and his family. He'll soon look forward to it. When Dad is home, it's a good time for him to become acquainted with his child. As the doctor has told you, the bath can be given in different ways. Of course, follow any special bathing instructions your doctor gives you. Only water, no soap, is used on baby's face. A wet, soft washcloth does the job. Pat dry with a soft towel, but pat gently. To clean the eyes, use cotton dipped in cool, boiled water. Begin with the inner corner and work outward. The cotton should be changed for each eye. Baby's head should be lathered gently. Work from front to back to keep soap out of his eyes. Be careful of the soft spots. Then hold the baby's head over the water to rinse. In washing baby's body, be sure to get into the creases. Until the navel is healed, rinse baby by sponging. After healing, the baby can be rinsed right in the water. Most babies naturally love water. Whenever possible, let your baby have a little extra time to have fun in it. Pat the baby dry with a soft towel. Make sure to dry him well, especially in the creases. You may want to use a little baby lotion or powder in the creases. Follow any advice your doctor gives you about this. It's a lucky little fellow whose father spends lots of time with him right from the start. Baby doesn't need much clothing. Except for special occasions, a shirt and diaper and sometimes a wrapper are enough during waking hours. And in hot weather, there's only one must, a diaper. You won't forget that. Place the thicker portion in front for boys and in back for the girls. Hold your finger under the diaper to avoid sticking the baby, and pin back to front. The diaper should be secure, but not tight enough to keep baby from moving his legs naturally. Now baby's dry and comfortable, and probably ready to rest a bit.
Much of your baby's health depends on his getting enough of the right kind of food. Your doctor will prescribe what is right for your baby's needs. Since baby gets his food by sucking, it must be liquid food. That means a formula. The baby's formula contains milk. This supplies protein for body building and growth. The formula also contains carbohydrate, such as dextromaltose, to supply more nourishment and to make baby's food better balanced. The formula also contains water. This dilutes the milk to make it easier for baby to digest. So you see, the formula is more than just milk. Preparing the formula correctly is important, but it's easy once you know how. Miss Adams can tell you about this. She has taught many young mothers how to prepare formula.
As the doctor says, formula preparation is important, but it's really very easy. There are various types of bottles and nipples. Unless your doctor tells you which to use, select the ones you like best. If you have enough bottles, You can fix a couple of sterilized bottles of drinking water for baby at the same time the formula is made. Bottles and utensils used in preparing baby's formula must be washed thoroughly with soap or detergent and well rinsed. Then they must be sterilized to destroy all germs. This can be done by covering them with water in a large kettle and boiling for 5 minutes. Or, like this young mother, you can use a sterilizer with a rack. Put a few inches of water in the sterilizer and boil 15 minutes with the lid on. Here's the way to prepare formula with liquid lactum. This is a complete formula needing only water. Measure the number of ounces of boiled water your doctor prescribes. Before opening the liquid lactum can, sterilize the top by pouring boiling water over it. The lactum itself has been sterilized in the can and does not need to be boiled. Add the prescribed number of ounces of lactum to the water. Pour into sterilized nursing bottles. Put on the sterilized nipples and caps. The day's formula is now ready to be stored in the refrigerator. Follow your doctor's instructions on how much and when to feed the baby. Before giving baby the formula, warm it in hot water. Remember not to touch the sterilized nipples with your hands. Test the temperature by dropping the formula on the inside of your wrist. It should be just pleasantly warm, not hot. Having nipple holes just the right size helps the baby nurse more easily. The formula should flow in a small, steady stream. If the formula comes through only a drop at a time, the holes should be enlarged. Put a needle in a cork. Heat it in a flame, such as on your kitchen stove. When the point is red hot, burn a hole through the nipple from the outside. When the hole is so big that the formula comes through in a large stream, the nipple must be discarded. Nipple holes sometimes get larger with use. It's a good idea to test all your nipples frequently. That way, the holes will usually be right when you're ready to feed the baby.
Thank you, Miss Adams. Sometime soon, vitamins will be prescribed by your doctor. Vitamins are important to keep baby healthy and growing. The baby gets some vitamins from his formula, but he'll need extra amounts too. When you give vitamin drops, place them well back on the tongue so that the baby can swallow them easily. Now for feeding baby. This is a time for both of you to relax and enjoy each other. Sit in a chair that's comfortable for you. Support the baby's head and hold the bottle for him so that he can get his formula easily. The bottle should be tilted so that the neck of the bottle and the nipple are filled with formula. This lets baby get formula instead of swallowing air. If he doesn't waste energy in sucking air, he's more likely to take enough formula. Besides, air in his stomach will make him uncomfortable. Remember, too, baby needs the security and pleasure it gives him to be held at feeding time. Remove the bottle now and then to let some air into the bottle and keep the nipple from collapsing. This makes it easier for baby to suck and lets him rest a bit. Even if he's fed properly, baby usually swallows some air. The way to help him get rid of this is to burp or bubble him. Hold him upright over your shoulder and pat or rub his back very gently until he lets go of the air. Or place him face down over your lap and gently rub his back. It isn't always necessary to interrupt the feeding to burp baby, but do it after each feeding. Of course, sometimes he may not burp because he doesn't need to, so don't try to force him. During the feeding time, it's important to cuddle the baby and give him a feeling of closeness. Let him know that he is loved and safe. In addition to the everyday care you give baby, other things about baby may be on your mind. For one thing, it seems that many young mothers worry a good deal about stools. In most cases, there is no need for worry. The number of stools varies greatly with different babies. The baby himself will vary in number of movements each day. He may even skip a day now and then. The appearance and nature of the stools also vary greatly. Some babies have very soft, yellowish stools, and others are firmer and darker. Don't worry about it unless the stools are very hard, so that they cause baby pain in passing them, or unless they're extremely watery and greenish. That's the time to ask your doctor for advice. Don't worry constantly about babies getting sick. If he has a cold, he'll probably have a runny nose or a hoarseness just as you do. You'll recognize it, and your doctor will tell you what to do. Some spitting up after feedings is to be expected, even a little vomiting occasionally. It isn't anything to worry about unless he keeps on throwing up or seems sick. You'll soon learn what your baby needs to keep him comfortable and happy. And you'll soon know your baby well enough to recognize when the doctor should be consulted. Of course, see that baby has his regular checkups at the times your doctor specifies. Now is the time to concentrate on getting acquainted with this new member of the family and enjoy him, as he'll enjoy you when he feels secure in your love and care.